Welcome, beloved Sangha, to the Jewel Ornament of Liberation series, a commentary with the Venerable Khenpo Tenzin. We'll begin in the Yellow Garchen Buddhist Institute prayer book, page 4 and 5, with opening prayers. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Dangwe do je je zon ro shin je ma do je bon jang ba zer je lom bo da bra je be go jak je be ja dong go jan za do je de lo na ro ma ba ma la ji je gam bo ba mo je ba ja wan ro gong ba ga jo la ma nan je da jo je da nan da na za ra dan je da la ma la ba la ye je so zong Lao Song Yong Dun Jam Zung A La Ban Dun Zhe Dong Jin Zhe Be Ge Le Zur Da Ge Lo Chu Song Zhe War Sin Jia Lab De Sur Chu Lam Dong Zhe War Sin Jia Lab De Sur Lam Zhu Wa Zi War Sin Jia Lab De Sur Zhu Wa Yi Xu San Jia War Sin Jia Lab De Sur Gang Ge Din Jin Zhe Wan Zhong Ga Pa Me Ba Ji Me Ba Qi Ba Me Ba Da Me Ba Wa Me Ba Zhuo Me Ba他们的东面东街面这半年些些天把走不上街马南街当把带了香杂多真街走个拉马街街可松都街是浪大概就浪不的大概等把当生街交通拉不见着把生街老的说many Tashdele Dharma brothers and sisters Trashidele means Trashi means auspicious. They like the two words. So they means healthy body, and like means happy mind. So this is a great wish. This is a great wish. Through this jewel ornament, teaching, listening, reflecting, and meditating, may you have happy mind, healthy body, and everything, all of your activities turn into auspicious. So auspicious means actually in the in a sutara, Buddha's sutara, it says when you looking at others, look at them in a pleasant, kind way, knowing that it is through them that you will become a Buddha. So we are bodhicitta practitioners. Of course, we are bodhicitta practitioners because without practice, bodhicitta, we cannot attain Buddhahood. Actually, we say 1,002 Buddhas and 1,002 Buddhas. They all attained Buddhahood through bodhicitta practice. And then another way we say there are countless of pure lines, and there are countless of Buddhas. They also practiced bodhicitta, and then they become Buddhahood. So, or this person practice without bodhicitta but attain Buddhahood. We don't have example. So bodhicitta means always there are two kinds of bodhicittas: ultimate bodhicitta and relative bodhicitta. So to attain ultimate bodhicitta, we have to practice relative bodhicitta. And relative bodhicitta has two classifications: aspiration bodhicitta and engaged bodhicitta. So first, aspiration bodhicitta is very important. Especially Lord Jigten Sunggung said aspiration bodhicitta is cause of Nirmanakaya and Sambhogakaya both. So aspiration bodhicitta is very important. So which direction you will go? You will go the direction, a good direction or right direction or wrong direction. That is related to your aspiration. So aspiration bodhicitta is very important, but I say aspiration bodhicitta is important. I don't know you have any feeling about that or not. So then I say when looking at others, look at them in a pleasant, kind way, knowing that it is through them that you will become Buddha. So that if you heard this verse, then you will able to gain feeling. Oh, I should generate bodhicitta for all mother thinking beings because I'm going to become enlightened. If I'm going to become enlightened, what I need bodhicitta. So we cannot buy bodhicitta in the shopping centers. But we can generate bodhicitta through the kindness of mother sentient beings. So that's why for the sake of one's benefit, for the sake of self-benefit, we are going to generate bodhicitta for all mother sentient, towards all mother sentient beings. And if we don't have any expectation for benefit oneself, but still we should generate bodhicitta for all mother sentient beings because they need bodhicitta. For instance, if these mother sentient beings are babies, like 3 months babies, definitely they need parents or some kind people. Yeah, the kind people takes care of them because they need helper. Likewise, these mother sentient beings are right now they are very dangerous place, for example. dangerous place is the place of ignorance, attachment, and aversion. These three things mixed. These three things combined, or these three things made at their place, and they are sit there. They are stay there. So then their actions is all for kind of they cultivate lots of cause of samsara. What is mistake of samsara? Samsara means the ocean's waves, like ocean's waves of suffering. So 24/7 they are suffering. In 24/7 they suffer. So that's why they are hopeless. They don't have protectors. If we do not generate bodhicitta, and if we do not generate compassion. So think like that, and then we try to generate bodhicitta, and eventually it benefit ourselves. Sometimes we try to think, when we generate bodhicitta towards other beings, it benefit ourselves. Sometimes if we think like that, it's okay. Because this is a special method to cultivate bodhicitta. That's what Lord Jigten Sungho said in the Buddha's single intention. Sometimes belong something through self-grasping is a method to cultivate merit. So actually we have to purify self-grasping, but sometimes if we utilize self-grasping to cultivate bodhicitta and to cultivate merit, then it's helpful. And then today we are we are going to continuously read in this book, Your Ornament Liberation, book number 117, if you have this book. If you don't have book, it doesn't matter, you listen carefully and you understand I will read when I will read, okay? In the ornament of Mahayana Sutaras, separate causes are mentioned for the generation of the true aspects of bodhicitta. Number 1, generation of verbally arising bodhicitta on the base of having received it through a perfect ritual. And second, generation of ultimate bodhicitta with respect to the first, it says, through the power of support. Dharma friends can help you to cultivate bodhicitta. Of the cause and of the root, of learning and of virtuous habits. It is taught that respectively stable and unstable bodhicitta and bodhicitta taught by others will emerge. The generation of bodhicitta taught by others refers to that which has arisen on the base of others' revelatory speech. In Sanskrit it says, Vijanapti, and is also known as that which is properly received and occurs by means of words. This is relative bodhicitta. Within these, there are those that arise through the power of support. That is through the presence of a Dharma teacher. Then there are those that arise through the power of a cause, meaning by the force of our natural potential. This natural potential, even you heard the name of bodhicitta, then you have very kind of goosebumps, or you have very how to say, you have a special enthusiasm to cultivate bodhicitta. If you have like these feelings, then you have this natural potential, okay? Potential bodhicitta. Those that arise through the power of the root of virtue mean the activation of that potential. Those arising through the power of learning, when the varieties and the meaning of the Dharma are explained, and those that arise through the power of virtues, habits. The power of virtues, habits is extremely important. This is the real result, original result of meditation. Meditation on bodhicitta. Through whatever has been routinely studied, directly understood, firmly adhered to, and so forth in this life. Of the above, that which arose through the power of support is non-injuring, while those that arose through the power of the cause and the rest injure. As to the cause for the arising of ultimate bodhicitta, it is said that having pleased will the perfect Buddhas, and having gathered perfectly merit and wisdom, non-conceptual pristine awareness of reality arises. This is held to be the ultimate bodhicitta. That is ultimate bodhicitta is generated through the study of scriptures, practice, and realization. Sixth topic, the source from which the vows is taken. The sixth point concerns the source from which the bodhisattva vow is adopted. There are two ways of taking the vow. One involving a preceptor, and one without a preceptor. Actually, after one time we received bodhicitta from preceptors or preceptoral. Then sometimes we engaged break in samaya or something. We can take bodhisattva vow again from stupas or tankas, the stupas and tankas which already consecrated. So then we can take from them too. If it pose no obstacle to life or practice of purity, the apparent should go to preceptor. If one is available and take the commit mind personally, even if the latter is far away. The characteristic qualities of such teachers are: number one, skill in the ritual ceremony for administering vow. Yeah, of course, otherwise they can't give, yeah? Cannot give this vow, even they don't know how to give it. Second, having received the vow themselves. Yeah, if you have to, someone ask you to borrow or lend some money, if you don't have any money, then you can't. So like that, if you have, then you can. Likewise, the vow is same. If you don't have vow, then you can't give vow. Having received the vow themselves and kept it unimpaired, unimpaired. Yeah, of course. Actually, unimpaired, impaired. The Bodhisattva's vow is, and this Sukhavati vows are a little different. Bodhisattva vow will not completely impaired. Lord Jigten Sunggu said in the Buddha's single attention, bodhicitta vow will possible forget, but it will not impaired completely. But when you heard that, don't misunderstand. Oh, then I always have bodhicitta vow, bodhisattva's vow. Don't think, because which means we have the Buddha nature. That's where Buddha nature is, of course, Buddha has Buddha nature and the spiritual masters has Buddha nature. Even those people who the killer of what is called them, these someone kill animals, hunters. Yeah, hunters, they also have a Buddha nature. So who has Buddha nature, there has actually bodhicitta. So, but the vows are bodhisattva's vow will not impaired completely, but still we can break it. That's where we frequently we shedding, or we have to recite Vajrasattva's mantras and so forth. Some knowingly or unknowingly we break many samayas. That's where better to recite many Vajrasattva's mantra. Number 3, the ability to convey the meaning of the rituals, physical gestures, and words. And number 4, a loving care for their disciples that is undefiled by the pursuit of material gain. Actually, this somehow you receive vows and how to give vows. Here mentioned that, but sometimes you think, oh, I'm not a preceptor, so I don't want to know them. You think like that, but maybe perhaps you think like that, but if you know how they should give Bodhisattva's vow and other vows, and then when you take these vows, then you understand properly, clearly, you real received to you or not, because of these preceptors when they give, yeah. At the same time, you can have many. You will have many benefit. Okay. Thus, it says in Lame for the Path to Awakening, take the vow from a good master, possessing the very best characteristics. Yeah, Buddhist, especially you take you will take bodhisattva's vow, then there are number 4 these preceptors among they mentioned lots of lots of qualities of preceptors. So these preceptors need these qualities and these knowledges. These are very important, but the principal thing is they need bodhicitta in their mind. Yeah. A good master should be known as someone skilled in the ceremony for taking the vow, who has personally kept whatever the vow entails, and gives the vow patiently and compassionately. Compassionately. Actually, when we give vow, we should give compassionately and patiently. Of course. For example, if you will give some birthday gift to someone, a birthday gift or some gift to your loved one, so inside has the things has some important things, and then you covered with good things and give it nicely, it's like the same. So bodhicitta is a precious treasure. Bodhicitta is actually it's how to say priceless precious thing. That's why when we give it, share it, then patiently and compassionately is very important. Then Bodhisattva levels says to be able to give the Bodhisattva wish, the preceptor should be in accord with the Dharma, have taken the vow, be skilled, know how to communicate the meaning of the ritual words, and know how to make the disciple understand. However, if such a lama resides close by, but there is a possibility of some threat to life or to purity in going to him, then there is the lama less method. For this, stand before an image of the Buddha and sincerely recite 3 times the words of the aspiration bodhicitta or the engaged bodhicitta vow, whichever is appropriate. So actually this ritual part and this how this preceptor will tell you exactly, and there's 3 times you are going to repeat. This meaning is number 1, actually it means you receive bodhicitta vow through your body, speech, and mind. So when you receive bodhicitta vow through body, means your action of a body is turned back from harmful actions. And then after you receive bodhicitta vow through speech, which means your harsh word, rumors, and so forth, you are going to avoid those negative speech. And then receive through mind means the covetousness and kind of what is called there and these harmful motivation. You should stop all of these motivations, and best thing is always remain in bodhicitta if you can't, each in the daytime, arise bodhicitta 3 times. In the night, 3 times. Actually, it says, but at least once a day you should arise bodhicitta. Then another, if we go to in the sutta Vajrayana, then this 3 times is very much related our breath, and the breath and our life are related, and they have relation. And then through this way we can purify lots opposite of bodhicittas, and we can cultivate great bodhicitta. Thereby you receive the aspiration or practice vow. The Bodhisattva levels says, should it happen that there is no such person with the requisite qualities, Bodhisattvas properly go before in image of the Buddha and take the vow of Bodhisattva moral discipline by themselves. If neither a preceptor nor a Buddha image is valuable, the words of the aspiration or engaged bodhicitta vow are recited 3 times in front of bodhicitta and bodhisattvas. In front of Buddhas and bodhisattvas, visualized as truly present, exampled in space before the aspirant. The compendium of training says, further, should there be no such spiritual mentor, meditate that the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dwelling in the 10 directions are really present, and take the vow through the strength of your own mind. Actually, we say sometimes we visualize bodhisattvas and Buddhas like a moon's reflection in the water, which means we appear but not truly exist. But here it says they are real, appear there, truly exist, which means we don't want to be doubt. If I visualize bodhisattvas, if they come there or they are exist or not, if you feel like that, then you cannot keep well your vow because your mind is not clear. So outwardly we say there are countless of pure lines, and each pure lines has a countless of bodhisattvas. In the Suttarayana we say that, and then in the Vajrayana we have different chakras. In each petals of chakras they are pure lines. So each petals has thousands of bodhisattvas and Buddhas. So your focus means your mind connected them. So that's where in the reality they are there. Seventh topic, the ceremony. So ceremony part here says clearly. The 7th point explains the ceremony for adopting bodhicitta. Many ways and traditions of taking the bodhisattva vow have emerged, evolving from the specific styles of instruction of lineages, originating from the great learned masters. Though there are many, the subject matter here concerns the two main traditions. Master Shantideva's tradition of the lineage passed down from Arya Manjushri to Master Nagarjuna, and Master Selingpa's tradition of the lineage passed down from Arya Maitreya to Master Asanga. So there are two kind of lineages here. Master Shantideva's tradition, this is the lineage passed down from Arya Manjushri to Master Nagarjuna, it has a ceremony in 3 stages. 1, preparation. 2, the actual ceremony, generating bodhicitta. And 3rd, conclusion. So these 3 things are very important when we practice Dharma. Generally, we say morning we do this recite refuge prayers and generate 4 immeasurables. The actual ceremony or actual practice means if we recite sadhana, the main sadhana, that is actually actual practice. And also in the mind, we are practice with bodhicitta, recite sadhanas or meditate or whatever. So this main thing. And then conclusion means actually dedications. So this is in the one sadhana how we explain. And then according to 3 baskets, this is about Buddha's 3 baskets, Buddha's teachings. 3 baskets which are, but they all included listening, reflecting, and meditate. So listening is the preparation, and actual practice is reflecting, and then the conclusion is meditation. So then according to 3 vows, this Bodhisattva's vow is actual ceremony or actual practice. And Vajrayana vow is conclusion, and then the what is called this Vipasaka vows are the preparation. We can explain through this way too. Preparation. First, explain about preparation. Okay, the preparation is in 6 parts. 1, making offerings. 2, shedding past wrongs. 3, rejoicing in virtue. 4, requesting the Buddhas to teach the Dharma. 5, supplicating the Buddhas not to abandon the world. And 6, dedicating to roots of virtue. Yeah. So the first, making offerings, needs to be understood in terms of both recipients and the offerings themselves. The offerings are made to the most precious refuge, since it is explained that making offerings to them creates the same merit, whether or not you are actually in their presence. Offerings are made both to those present and to those not actually present. Thus, the ornament of Mahayana Sutaras says, with a mind filled with faith, offer robes and so forth to the Buddhas, both in reality and with your imagination, in order to complete the 2 accumulations. So actually the offering things, we offer things in these offering things is include prostrations, praise or recitations, and then confessions, here said shading, and rejoice, teachings, and so forth, as this book mentioned. The reason we are going to do this is we are going to see the value. If we don't see the value of bodhicitta, then we cannot respect. So we respect to the Dharma masters and our gurus. The main reason is we say they have bodhicitta in their mind, and they have many qualities. So of course they need qualities. This is extremely important. And if they have those qualities, but still one disciples can respect or not. There are two kind of disciples actually among the disciples. Some are very respectful disciples. I mean, because they can respect to the their spiritual masters, so which means they see through their wisdom, paramoja wisdom. They see what the value of bodhicitta, value of Dharma teachings, and they understood Dharma benefits their mind, so they respect. Otherwise, we all has one nose and two eyes, and then no, the spiritual masters has physically there are no any special. They don't have long horns and tall, long tails and so forth. They don't have feathers, so that's why we all same. And there are no special thing. But some of course, but in generally, but in the reality, in their mind, has bodhicitta and compassion, and then these dharma qualities. So that's where they see this value. That's where they start to respect. So then, what is the benefit? People who more respect, who see more qualities of bodhicitta and qualities of dharma, and they try to receive more. That's where they become great people. They become great people. Perhaps they become Buddha before these Dharma masters become Buddhas. They will become enlightened before Dharma masters will become enlightened. So that means they take those great. It's like someone go to the school, higher school, and so forth, and then they graduate it. They learned lots of things from schools. They graduated and they found amazing, great jobs, more than their teachers. That's if we have. There are many people have like these situations, So, however, if you are going to receive the qualities from Dharma, you really need to know the value of Dharma. Especially if you are going to arise bodhicitta, you are going to see the value of bodhicitta and qualities of bodhicitta. This is very important because it greatly benefits to you. Then as for the offerings, there are two types: surpassable and unsurpassable offerings. The surpassable offerings are also twofold: material offerings and the offering of realization. So material offerings comprise prostrations, praises, material goods neatly and properly set out in the right order, and also the offering of things that belong to belong to no one in particular. These can be actual things of good quality as well as creations of the imagination and the offering of your own body. Such offerings can be studied in detail in other works. So this outer offering They are physically you do prostration. The prostration has a full long prostration or full prostration, or the short prostration or hands prostration. Include your circumambulations are included prostrations. So it depends your physical condition, which part you can do more, then you do it. And then other these offering things, when you do water offerings and so forth, do them properly, perfectly, clearly. These are important. At the same time, if you offer this what you filled this water bowls, there are 7 or 8 water bowls. At that time, if you this water not so thick water and not so kind of you break this water, but you do balance. This helps you to this helps you to lead your meditation. So I apply oil in my eyes. People offering oils to Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, but I offered face oil to my eyes. So now it's result comes. You think I'm cry, but I'm not. It's the oil is very strong. It's helpful. So that's why actually this part you how to offer these water bowls and so forth, I tried to teach a few more times during the preliminary practice, and also in separately I taught, individually I taught. So if you remind again, it's I think okay. So here we don't want to more explain about that. Or if you some did not hear before, and other masters also explain made wonderfully, so you can listen from them too. And realization as in so this matter offering. Realization as in offering entails other this oil is strong. Very or my eyes is sensitive. Yeah, my eyes is sensitive. Sorry for oils. Whereas realization as in offering entails offering Mahamudara, meditation on the deities, forms, as well as the various arrays of offerings, emerging from the profound meditative observations of the bodhisattvas. Yeah. So, mandala offering, there are 37, and then the short, this is long mandala offering, and then there are short mandala offering, and different lineages also has different mandalas. So frequently I said, in summertime, you see beautiful flowers, you offer them. So, but offer them, they are important. Offer and dedication are quite similar, but this what is called the island. Do you remember this? The 3 I wrote on the wall. This 3 things. It's like a sub-object. What is it called? Yeah, among them one, we say there's one Xing. What is it called? Anyhow, so these are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So when you offer them, only you think, oh, I offer you. This is a good, but not best, okay? The best is I offer you, and through this merit, the power of this merit, may please you radiate luminosity light of bodhicitta towards mother thinking beings, especially in the hell realm, especially in the hunger ghost realm, especially in the animal realm. And through this your luminosity light purifies their suffering. That's number one. And when you generous, give something to practice generosity, give something, or dedicate, you just dedicate, I give you all my virtues, give you. Not only this is a good but not best. Best thing is you think I dedicate this to my virtues, and after, when you received this merit, may this merit greatly benefit for you. And may this merit, if you dedicate your truth mentally, and then may this merit or virtues change your negative motivation into the positive. It change your motivation. Your motivation changes into bodhicitta, into compassion, something like that. And through speech, when you dedicate your recitations, and then you should think through this speech, people get benefit, number one. Number two, and they also can benefit more to other beings. So like that, this is a very important. Then unsurprisable offerings are twofold. These that take place within what appears to be objective reality, and those beyond objective reality. The first of these is bodhicitta meditation, as it is said, when a wise person cultivates bodhicitta, this is the highest offering he can make to the Buddhas and their ears. Yes, so Venerable said, Nor Sanzing Dalmi, I don't have some kind of material offer things. But I will offer my practice. And then through this way, Venerable said, Guru bless to me and all this my supports, and we both will attain Buddhahood at the same time together. So likewise, sometimes you don't have to offer these material things. Don't worry. You offer your practice, recitations, meditations, especially bodhicittas. You offer them. You offer them outer guru. This is like a preparation. You offer your bodhicittas to your outer guru. And then slowly you will understand this outer guru is inside of your mind. And then slowly you will be able to understand your mind is that guru. Oh, so many years I spent with my guru, but I did not know that. You will feel like that. And then you have more bliss, you have more joy, and you have more happiness, joyness or joyful. So then you have more happiness. Because at that time, you start to understand Vajradhara. When you become Vajradhara, when you understand Vajradhara, you will become Vajrapani. What meaning of that? You will become Vajrapani, which means outer obstacles cannot disturb or destroy to you. No matter the thousands of harsh words come through ears, no matter, they all become transformed into sweet words. No matter how much problems occurs, no problem. They all cause of cultivating your practice. So, example, Shakyamuni Buddha sit under a tree, and then there were no, first in his life story, it does not say around of him has flowers or something. There's nothing to say about that, yeah. But Maras started to destroy to him, and they shoot the arrows and weapons. They all transformed into flowers. It's gorgeous flowers. And then around him, there are beautiful rainbow of flowers, beautiful circles of flowers. So like that, this is the example, the outwardly, the outside. But inwardly or inside, then all problems become cause of cultivating Dharma practice. Especially your realizations will increase like a shooting stars, like a rocket. It's so fast. Generally, your realizations increase step by step like a trees. Even you yourself don't understand how it increase. It takes time. It's very slow motion. It's very slow. But some obstacles, some maras appear to you. If you real at that moment practice well, then your realizations become like a rocket. Rocket is so fast, more fast than rocket. Yeah. So these are the offering. In this unsurpassable offering is very important. But if you have outer material offerings, but still you think I cannot offer my material things, I offer only unsurpassable practice, so I will offer inside my practice only. So you judge it by yourself. Why don't you offer these outer things? Perhaps you have greed there. And you will easy to offer inner your practices. Why? Because you are not so much interested in those your practices. I recite mantra and just offer, if it goes from me, separate from me, no matter. If you have like that, you really should be careful of that. So, of course, gurus will never expect something to receive from you, especially material things. But in the Bodhisattvas, actually, it's maybe 2 days, weeks later, or something. It says in this book, if you have material things, you have to offer material things more. It said that. So, because then you have less greed. Greed is one part of afflictive emotion. So, however, we are going to purify all afflictive emotions. Or angry is bad, or anxiety is bad, or ignorance is bad, attachment is bad. We are going to purify them. Greed is okay, doubt is okay. We don't want to think like that. If we say okay, but they don't tell us okay, they punish us sooner or later. That's why. How to punish, do you know? If you are strongly greed with the one thing, one day it's happened something, and then you break your heart. So that is how they punish to us. The second offering that is beyond objective reality refers to meditation on the absence of self-entity, which is the supreme offering. Therefore, it says in the questions of the Devaputara Sustita Mati Sutara, where are bodhisattva desirous of enlightenment, to make offerings to the Buddha, the best of all humans, offering quantities of flowers, incense, food, and drink, equal in number to the grains of sand on the banks of the river Ganges. So I mentioned that during the teaching of Golden Temple. So right now we have beautiful flowers in this Mother Earth, because this is Shakyamuni Buddha's Pure Land. Actually, we said so. When Shakyamuni Buddha first he cultivated bodhicitta, and then for the first 3 eons, 3 countless eons, he cultivated merit. At that time, he offered many flowers, many different kind of various flowers to the 10 directions of Buddhas. For that reasons, right now we have these flowers. So when we say that, number one, we will able to think the kindness of Shakyamuni Buddha. Really, thank you so much. Yeah. And another way is we were able to understand karma cause and effect. Karma cause and effect is some cause it comes from previous lives. Some result come from this present cause. That's where if a single flower grows, it has many causes. So that's where how we should believe in karma is we are going to believe 2 ways. We are going to believe the cause of previous lives, and we are going to believe in the present cause, and then how we believe in karma, cause and effect. And then through this way, it can help us or benefit us. Otherwise, we are so doing for 10, I read continuously this sutara, okay? So doing for 10 million cosmic ages, and where another such bodhisattva to offer his training in the teachings on no self, absence of life force, and absence of personality, along with the resulting achievement of being able to sustain clear lucidity. It would be that later bodhisattva who made the better offering. So result is like that. Why do we clean bowls, water, when we offer water bowls? And before we offer something to the, for example, kata, we call kata or in English scarf, we are offered this without dirt. So which meaning is, in simple meaning is, this kata color, this pure color is represents or representation of our pure mind. I give you something through my pure motivation. And then this long scarf, that means we we have a big wish. As I mentioned already, when we offer something, I just give you, then I don't care. Not like that. I offer you this, and may you have long life. The cause of this offering thing. So like that. So all things are quite similar. It also says in the Lion's Roar Sutra, not to create ideas or descriptions is to make offerings to the Tathagata, to be without adopting or rejecting, and to penetrate. That which is non-dual is to make offerings to the Tathagata. Friends, since the very character of the body of the Tathagata is insubstantial, do not make offerings while conceiving it to be substantial. So this part is quite difficult. It's many people also had difficulties that how do we offer through non-duality? So the answer is actually, if you are remain in non-duality, this is the how do you offer through non-duality. If you are remain or rest on the non-duality for 5 minutes, which means you offer 10 millions cosmic age kind of these things you offer, which means you have same merit. Logically, if you offer many things for what? I already mentioned, gurus do not want them, do not need them. Gurus do not need them. And then you offer for what? Yeah. The main purpose is you will understand intrinsic awareness, clarity, lucidity, and it's you rest, you at ease on the natural state of mind. For the sake of that, you do prostration, and you recitation and so forth. So if you are rest on the natural state of mind, that means then you are on the real practice. So this is how you do. This is number one for, I think, hopefully it's make clear. But then there's a meditation as two. Buddha's meditation as two. Post meditation, and then Buddha rests on the meditation single-pointedly on the samadhi and comes back. What Buddha does? Still Buddha see all these phenomena. Buddha see mountains, Buddha sees rivers, Buddha sees everything. But Buddha's mind and our minds are different. What are they? Buddha come back from his meditation and he see everything's illusory, emptiness, like a moon's reflection in the water. But what we see is we see real things. For example, I be patient, yeah, or I feel really compassion towards my enemy because my enemy has ignorance, grasping. And then I reflected more. I totally share, or how to say, patience. Meditate on it. And after meditated and open eyes and look at the enemy, same thing. This person is a very, very, how to say, dangerous person or something like so. Then you start to use many negative adjectives. So that's why in the Manjushri's name, of Sutara probably is the core Manzushiri's names. It mentions many Manzushiri's names. Perhaps you remember that during the Yamitaka, we have to recite that. Not all Sangha, but someone recite that, yeah? So these, in this text says that instantaneously become enlightened. So that means when we rest on the natural state of mind, then we become enlightened. Of course, there are sometimes we think we are in the natural state of mind, but it is not exactly. But this is different, yeah. If we real at ease on the natural state of mind, then at that time we are Buddha. This concludes the section on making offerings. The second of the 6 parts of the preparation is shedding past wrongs. So for taking a bodhisattva vow, how many things do we need actually? These 7 branches of offering we are going to practice, all of them. 7 branches of practice. Without practice, why do we do that? It's the same thing. We eat some food. First, we are going to wash these vegetables. We are going to wash knife. And we are going to wash this cutting board. And then we are going to wash this pan. And then turn the fire, gas. And then we are going to wash balls, and then we are going to clean mouth, lips. There are lots of things, which means that food is important for us. Likewise, bodhicitta is important. That's where we are going to do lots of things here. Yeah, we have grasping, so to eat, we can do everything. For practice, we can't do. We are sometimes funny people, actually. We say, oh, for the sake of eating food or wearing clothes or for these mundane activities or outwardly concerning, we can do everything. But in come to the Dharma, I cannot learn, I cannot practice more these different things, but I'm going to become Buddha. So that means we actually we are very, very courage. I mean, how to say this? We say the Buddha nature, but Buddha nature is very, moderate, very honest. So if one does not purify, clarify, and cultivate merit, one's mind does not allow to enter into the Buddha nature. But if one do that, no matter whether who you are and where it comes from or what kind of, no problem, because your Buddha nature is in your mind. So that's where we have to know this. For example, before, if there were some birthday party or some celebration or something in the town, and then we are going to wash our face, make up, and look at the mirror, and do lots, wear some good dress, everything for enter in the public, this party. Yeah. So if one goes like nicely go there, everybody look you nice, very nice. So that's where you are happy, like that. So for practice bodhicitta means we are try to join in a very nice group of bodhisattvas or group of Buddhas. That's where we are going to do these things. General speaking, good and evil depend on the mind's motivation. Mind is the master, and body and speech are its servants. the precious garland says, since mind precedes all things, it is often said mind is master. Mind is master. Sometimes you recite mind is master, mind is master. And then after that, we cultivate bodhicitta. And then your speech and body actions will change. Actually, the people have said that, oh, someone's mind is good, but body and speech actions are something. It's people just give them freedom. It says people, but actually, how? Here it says, yeah, mind is like a king, and the action of speech and this comes from mind actually. So if your mind is bodhicitta, sometimes if possible, you forgot mindfulness. Your mind carry away by some afflictive emotions. At that time, something happened. But generally, good people means good mind, and then good action, and then speak politely. Those things are very important. What we need is sweet word. That's why we say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. When we say people, no one angry. Just one or two, some different conditions it's happened. Otherwise, if we say good morning, no one angry. In the early morning, we say you are a bad person, and no one say, oh, I'm so happy, thank you. Who said that? So that's where we are going to speak politely. It's really helpful. So actually, this mantra, we recite mantras. Many mantras are name of idams. So we call them through good names. And then eventually we will become them. Hence, when the mind is motivated by a defiled state, desire, anger, and the like, people may commit the 5 acts with an immediate consequence. So 5 acts are actually the 5 inexplicable actions, which are killing father, mother, arhatis, then destroy to the full ordained monks, and the divisive speech in the sanghas, and causing harm to the Buddha's body and so forth. Among these are most of them very rare to occur. Or the 10 negative actions. 10 negative. Through body we have 3. Through speech we have 4. Through the mind we have 3. Total 10 virtues and 10 non-virtues. 10 non-virtues. If we stop 10 non-virtues, which means we practice 10 virtues. They may break vows or profound commitments, or perhaps incite others to do such things. Even if they do not do these things personally, they may delight in the fact that others are perpetrating such evils. All the preceding are what is meant by the terms wrong and nervous non-virtues. Okay, sorry, the 5 like them, this part is the 5 like them, maybe. These are actually the 5 sub-immediate inexpiables. It's like a secure misconduct, female arhats, or then someone almost ready to become bodhisattva, and if one killed them, and then another some kind of sangha who attaining some great realizations, one killed that, and also some is this is also, for example, there is a one food, all sangha like that food, and then if we stop that, for that reason sanghas will not stay that. This part is one thing. And then if we destroy stupas, these are also sub-immediate inexpensibles. Okay. Not only those manifestly wrong actions, but even dharma activities such as study, contemplation, or practice that are motivated by our mind under the sway of passion, anger, and the afflictions also become non-virtue. Thus, the precious Garland says, attachment, anger, ignorance, and the action to which they give rise are non-virtue. Non-virtue brings all the sufferings, and hence all the lower states of existence. So, whether we learn Dharma, studying Dharma, we must do them through bodhicitta. Otherwise, on one thing, I'm going to become scholar, and after I become scholar, would become famous, and then some are uneducated. Some are uneducated on Dharma. We look down them. So if we do that, this is not the right way. Dharma practice, learning the Dharma, studying Dharma means train mind for the sake of taming one's mind, fixed one's mind, and then start to help others. So the main purpose is that, especially someone has a small Dharma education, and then some has less this learned. If you look down, this is really not this is the cause of this is non-virtue, however. So Dharma knowledge, it does not mean this for look down someone. Yeah. So Dharma knowledge means for benefit others. How much you learn, how much you know, and then should be benefit. For example, honey, bees, bees, they collect honey, and then it benefit many peoples. So you have Dharma knowledge that should benefit others, not for harm others. Yeah. So it's very important. Why I do say that? Why do I say that? Because preparation. Here today we say preparation. When we start to learn Dharma, we need bodhicitta mind. Bodhicitta mind, perhaps you think, oh, he said bodhicitta, we need bodhicitta mind. How can we generate bodhicitta since we began to learn? Bodhicitta has aspiration bodhicitta. Why not we can generate aspiration bodhicitta? So, for example, from here to go somewhere, I'm willing to go somewhere. This is example of aspiration bodhicitta. So I'm willing to benefit other beings, so I'm going to learn, something like that. Further, in Guide to the Bodhisattva Way of Life, it says, from non-virtue will arise suffering. The correct thing to do, day or night and in every circumstance, is to contemplate one thing and one thing alone. How can I attain definitive release from this? This is the reason every wrong needs to be shed. Well, calling wrongs to mind actually purify them, though most definitely. The Great Passing into Nirvana Sutra says, This is the reason every wrong needs to be shared. Nirvana says, although a wrong may have been committed, subsequent remorse will put things right, in much the same way as certain precious substances restore water's clarity, or as the moon retrieves her brilliance when emerging from clouds. And hence it is by unburdening yourself of wrongdoings with remorse and without dissimulation, that there will be purity. In that way, exactly should you rid yourself of wrongdoings? By applying the four powers, thus it says in the Sutta teaching the four qualities. We did wrongdoing, wrong actions, wrong things or not? Did we wrong things or not? This is almost 100% sure we did, because we are in the samsara. If we are headache, it makes suffering, So that means we are very much sensitive. We are like a candle light, which is put on the outside. If there were the wind, small wind, it's moved right side, left side. But if there were occur big wind, it will kill it. Or there were some water comes, it will remove this candle light. So that's where we are like a candle light, which means we have precious human life. So we cultivated great merit. That's where we have precious human life. But we are outside of the house or somewhere, which means we are not yet Buddha. So that's where it's very very easy to carry away by our thoughts. So that's where we are going to purify. Now we are going to purify our precious wrongdoings. And then in this present, 1 hour we meditate for 1 hour. At that moment still we have thousands of thoughts. We not start to close eyes and meditate, then start to arises thoughts. So that's where we have, when we arise thoughts, if we don't understand the nature of these thoughts, then we cultivate many non-virtues. So that's where we are going to purify all of them. But how to purify it should purify through 4 powers. So these 4 powers are in the Vajrasattva preliminary practice. It mentions, So, but it's always, it says it's no matter which lineage, every lineage they mention the 4 powers. Number 1, and also all these lamrams like my word of my perfect teacher. It also mentioned the 4 thoughts, 4 powers, and this is your ornament, liberation of a Gamboba. It mentions 4 thoughts. So 4 thoughts are the special method to purify wrongdoings. Wrongdoings are impermanence, so it's very easy to purify them. But we are going to purify through 4 powers. Then what are these 4 powers? What are them? Thus it says in the Sutta teaching the four qualities. Material. If Bodhisattva, Mahasattva have these four things, they will overcome evils that have been committed and established. What are these four? These are number one, the power of the truth. Through application of total remorse. Second, the power of thoroughly apply in the remedy. Number three, the power of renouncing harmful acts. And number four, the power of the support. First is the power of the taraf, application of total remorse. This is to disclose sincerely and with ardent regret in the presence of the refuges, wrongs done in the past. How to stimulate remorse? There are three ways. Number one, by considering the pointlessness of those wrongs, by considering fear, and by number three, by considering the urgent need for purification. Yes, so we need regret. We need regret. Regret, yeah. So first, yeah, definitely we engaged some non-virtues because of it says what we did. Look at right now. So that means we are ready to destroy by some obstacles, which means we have imprint of negative karma. That's why we should regret. Regret, and then as it says, regret, and I'm going to purify them now. I did really wrong. Since from today, it's not I will do. Actually, this part is later mentioned, but kind of this way. We think, oh, past I did like this or those and that. If you can remember, it's helpful. It is helpful. But if you cannot remember, of course, it's quite difficult to remember. Even what we did yesterday is quite difficult to remember today. So that's where for sure we did something because of, So this is how we say logically. If there's we can't see fire behind of a mountain, but we see some smoke there, or there are smoke, so definitely there were fire. So like that. This is example. And the first remorse, by considering their pointlessness, is engendered by reflecting, I have committed wrongs sometimes to subdue my enemies, sometimes to protect my friends, sometimes for the sustenance of my own body, and sometimes to accumulate material wealth. These all things that are very, very true. However, when I die and the time comes to move on the another life, my enemies and friends, my country, and my body and my wealth and possessions will not accompany me. When we will die, still, if we come back, even we cannot belong our knowledge, yeah. So then how can we belong these other material things? Like our special things after we died. we say, okay, so these are very good. I think you listen carefully this part. The company, yet I shall be shadowed by the wrongs and obscurations created by my harmful actions. No matter where I am reborn, these will rise up as my executioners. 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 This is why the questions of the layman Venerable Sutara says, father, mother, brothers, sisters, spouse, servants, wealth, and acquaintance cannot accompany those who die, but their actions do follow the tail after them. It also says, when great suffering comes, children and spouse offer no refuge. You experience the agony alone, and they cannot share you lot. Guide to the Bodhisattva way of life says, I must go, leaving everything behind, unconscious of these. I commit various wrongs for the sake of the loved ones and those I dislike. However, those I love will cease to exist. Those I dislike will cease to exist. And even I myself will cease to exist. In such a way, everything comes to the end of its existence. Thus, we have committed wrongs for the sake of those four: friends, enemies, our body, and possessions. Those four will not accompany us for very long, yet on their account, we have committed wrongs that bring much trouble and little benefit. Contemplating the reality of these, great remorse will arise. So Gampopa mentioned this, exactly what he did, and then what he experienced, what he had experienced. So that's where we have to confess or shed this our non-virtues. We should do like through this way. Then this is a perfect way of practice. There are those who think that even if wrong actions are of little benefit, they will not really bring harm to their drawer. They should contemplate the second point, remorse, by considering fear, reflecting. The consequence of wrong is fear. Remorse will arise. Wrong actions result in three main types of fear. Fear prior to death, fear when actually dying, and fear after death. Prior to death, confess. Prior to death, those who have committed wrongs will experience unbearable sufferings, feeling struck to their very marrow and so forth. It is said, as I lie on my bed, I may be surrounded by my friends and relatives, but it is I and I alone who will experience the feelings of life coming to its end. So first part, this is mentioned first the remorse. this part when we sometimes only keep regret, it doesn't benefit. Keep regrets and then start to purify. Okay, and also you should believe when you purify, you can purify. So that is also important to believe. I mean, you should believe that if you purify, you can. And then fear. The fear is actually there's a prior. It says surround my friends, relatives. Yeah. So no matter you are how rich or higher, doesn't matter. The times come, then goes along because we come along. That's why we should go along. So if there are some protectors, they already tried to us, but no, there is no protectors. So eventually we are going to separate our body and mind. But the mind, as His Eminence Gajin Rinpoche mentioned often, frequently, mind is deathless. So that's very true because mind just right now this body is like a guest house, and our minds rented it, and then after that, death means this body and mind separate, and then mind goes alone to the bardo, strange place, new place, and then there are many strange things. That's where there are lots of sufferings, problems. At the time of actual death, the result of wrongdoing is fear. Yeah, the relative says that, oh, this is my loved one, so please, doctors, nurses, I can't pay anything. I can't pay my all possessions, my house, cars, clothes, jewels, my properties. Please, you save my loved one. But eventually, can't. And then you sit and you hold your loved one in your arm. You hold them in your arm or armpit. Armpit or arm? Armpit is this, yeah? Sometimes the hair is strong because it is. There is a. Okay, so one day, then one should go alone. At that time, no one can protect. How much your friends hold strongly your hands doesn't matter. So that's why it mentioned that the wrongdoers experience the henchmen of the Lord of Death. Lord of Death, where is Lord of Death? Where is the henchman of the Lord of Death? Where is them? Where are them? Where are them, yeah? Where are they? Where are they? They are in your mind. Because they are manifestation of anger, jealousy, and covetousness, and so forth. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are manifestation of bodhicitta. So that's they are not far away from us if we have negative karma. Black and horrible beings brandishing lassos coming to place their lassos around his neck so as to lead him off to hell. Later others bring stocks, swords, and all sorts of weapons, torture and torment in many different ways. Okay, perhaps you think, oh, if we separate this body and mind, then they have weapons. What is no problem. They cannot cut the body. But it's like you dream. When we are dream and we went we get dream like that. We get dream like that. We dreamed like that. One night I went to some strange place. There are many strange animals, and then they bite, eat, harmed. One get dreamed, but one has suffering in the dream. Same like, so there are very tiny body. The mind and body, it goes together. So this body is actually the karma, power of the karma. These henchmen of the Lord of Death, they cuts one's body, but immediately recovered. That's why Milarepa has a song about this. Look, he said, look in the hell realm. These beings, the sharp weapons, very sharp weapons cut their bodies, but immediately recover. This recover is not good news, okay? Recover again cut. So that's why. Right now we recover means then we are fine, yeah? But in the hell realm, there after the henchmen cut their body and then again recovered. So then Milarepa's this song, it says, these beings in the hell realm, their body cut by henchmen's weapons, but they recovered immediately. So it does not mean these henchmen are very, very skillful doctors, but it means these beings karma. So that's where then henchmen has opportunity to cut frequently. There in 5 minutes, 5 more times they can cut those beings' body, and then at the same time suffering. So when grabbed by Yama's henchmen, what use are relatives? What use are friends? At that time, merit alone provides shelter, and merit have I not pursued. Merit have I not pursued. Okay? So here says merit benefit. Do you believe? Only merit benefit. No other things. Your friend, relatives, no one can benefit. Only merit benefit. Do you believe that? If you ask me, I say yes, I am. And then how? When I have merit, I will not appear these henchmen. And I will not appear these henchmen's weapons. And then I will not appear their actions. What I appear? I appear bodhisattvas, Buddhas, peaceful Yadam deities. That's where I believe through this way. So this both held henchmen and a lot of death or maras and the Buddhas and bodhisattvas. So these both two appearances appear from one mandala. One mandala is your mind. Your mandala of your mind transform into bodhicitta. Always wonderful. Okay, thank you so much. Then let us dedicate our merit. Chancho senjo rembo che ma je banan je jer je ba nyam ba me ba ya gone gonde be war sho.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen, Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you so much. May you have a happy long life. Have a wonderful time. Thank you so much.